For Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taking you the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. A run there on 1st down and a... Good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 28-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Draw play. Ingram now. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Mike 50. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, Mike's 50. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? Tighten up.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Jackson, he'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, turn around.
From the gun, Jackson. Cooper's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on second down. Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lock to throw on second down. Able to get this to Gordon.
You ain't going nowhere.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lock to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready. 30 base.
first and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On the counter, here's Gordon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw it.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 75 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second and 12, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the turnover, here's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Gordon on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. 60 or more. Bravo.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Fight.
Throwing on second down. Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
They're not ready for this. They still.
And a give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 40 now on second down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Second down, McKinnon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 15 line. 15 line. Big dribble, big dribble.
On 2nd down and 4. Lock. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
On 1st down, Lock. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
10 logo.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 1st down, it's Gordon. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
That's another Baltimore 1st down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Check pass, check pass.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Tiny is on the Ringo. 4 down. Check. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. That's it.
Operating from the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Duke Dawson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Come on, set. 8, read. Let's get it together. Delta. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson. Forced out to his left. And got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Check.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 7-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip some.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 27, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
56. Mike's 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Throwing again. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Go. Let's go.
12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with McKinnon, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4th down.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Locke. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
60-yard.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 33. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 78 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They look to throw. It's Locke. Caught by Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Keenan Allen, 62 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Set, ready. Hey, go on. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. For you. Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. He's timing me.
Jackson to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The intended receiver there, Allen. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And some room to work. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.